Alright, we are back. Let's get today's daily reward. Got today Crown Soul Gem, used to revive players and companions or to fully charge enchantments and weapons of any level. Ooh, this is good. Really can't wait for these four right here. Got a lot. Okay. This. Torham card, Sky Shard hint. In the caverns of Torham card, Sky Shard status undiscovered. Learn Linea's full name. Alright. Get out of here. Go this way. Summerset is definitely one of the more beautiful places. But nevertheless, all the assets of ESO just feel, it's just a general generic feeling to it. Like, it's beautiful, but it feels generic fantasy. I don't know how to explain it. There's something missing. A soul. Like when I play Skyrim, even now, the graphics are just unique, or even Morrowind. There's just something unique about it, something handcrafted, something. I'm sure these are handcrafted too. It's just the buildings just look very different from what I expect from Elder Scrolls. But then again, maybe I'm just too used to Skyrim. Look at these fools. Alright. It's just a different thing. Like when I played this or I played Morrowind, yeah, there's some color palette changes, but it just feels like it's the same locations. I don't know if that makes any sense. This feels samey. And versus like when I go to Skyrim and I'm going from one place to another, it truly feels like a different land. I go from northern Skyrim to southern Skyrim, Falkreath to Winterhold. Wasn't there like a map for this? Items. Here. There's one here. Use that. Okay, let us go. Head. The subject's calling. Do this. Learn Lyrindale's form. Let's get out the city and do the Sigic's quest, as well as making our way to the place to find Lyrindale's true name. Interesting. god. Do I have a mount? Well, how do I? Yes, so how to call out. After pressing the H key or by holding down the select button on console, character will blow a whistle. Oh, H key, okay. Let's see if that works. Here we go. This one. Here. I feel like I did. Small little green one. The skinny green bar is the mount stamina bar. I feel like I've been here before. And done this already.
Seeking a sip of fine Russefeld Red? Prepare. Headed to the famed Russefeld Winery, traveler. Well then, it seems I'm not the only one who'll be disappointed today. Old Hallimorian's been offed by those wood elves. Won't be any wine tastings for a while, I'd wager.
You mean there's been a murder?
Just what I heard from one of the bailiffs. Apparently, some daffy Bosmer called the Ghost of the Green did it, but no one knows for sure. The investigation's hit a snag. Something about the rule of three. Superstitious nonsense, if you ask me.
The rule of three.
Indeed. Until they find a suitable third investigator, the Juris Reeves and Revelators are left to sit on their hands. Nonsense. Why not go lend them a hand? They'll likely just tell you to go jump into the sea, but it can't hurt to ask.
Alright, I'll head to Russefeld and speak to the investigators. Oh, we won't unmask a mysterious killer for this path. Maybe I'll do that. Here.
There's a breach here. Said he's a bit gaudy, eh? At least by mortal standards. Where I come from, this would be a little more than a preppy. I'm kidding, of course. Ellen Key's where I come from.
Did I accidentally call this one metronome? Wow. Weird. In Skyrim, I don't like looking in third person, or in first, but here, first person is nice, but I also like third person. The combat really works. It's action combat-y type. Let's look at this map again. You're here. It should be. Active effects increases. That's how I can monitor. I always wonder how I can monitor when I log back in. Lesson. The time reach out. I think might be down here. There it is. True. Thank God. Water saved me. My God. God's sake, seriously. How do I... Let's seal that breach. Okay. Is that a permanent sealing, I wonder? Because it looks good. It looks like it could unbreach itself anytime soon. Like a temporary solution at Band-Aid, not fully healed. Well, we'll find out. Go here and get my horse. Okay. Go, my friend. Let's go. I wonder if you could. I wish you could ride a dragon or a flying mount. Dog, there's you. Lean Win about it. Thanks for the quest. Okay, here we are.
An examiner's quorum needs 3 members. You both know this.
Hera Tarnamir.
It's not just superstition, Soraville. We need outside perspective.
So, what? We just randomly recruit the next adventurer that passes by?
Why not? A little bit of meta humor.
And just like that, Ori L provides. Greetings,
L.
Caraval.
Interesting
I
way of
am
pronouncing it.
Jurisreef Tarnamir of the Divine Prosecution. Or at least I was, in the
Were
long
you?
ago.
Okay.
I know this is unorthodox, but perhaps you'd be interested in helping us.
What's going on?
As you can see, a murder took place here. My protégés, Lorne and Soraville, came to investigate, but I fear they may lack perspective. The particulars of this murder... Forgive me, I'm getting ahead of myself. They need fresh eyes. Yours, I believe. To investigate, but I fear you would take on the duties of the admin, the listening eye, an auspicious role. The admin serves as the fulcrum, balancing competing theories. They also collect evidence, interview suspects, and the like. What do you say?
Alright, I'll help you solve this murder.
I thank the divines that you've agreed to help. This murder weighs heavy on all of us. The victim, Elamorian, was not well liked. Many locals may lift a glass to his passing, but the assassin, the Ghost of the Green, that's altogether different.
Who is this Ghost of the Green?
Better to ask Lorne about it. Capturing the ghost was her obsession for a time. The fact that he's returned does not sit well with her. I can say no more. I don't want to prejudice your impressions. The admin should bring a fresh perspective.
Can you tell me about Lorne and Sorval?
They're the most gifted investigators I've ever trained. Soraville has keen eyes and solid instincts when it comes to reading people. Good at finding pressure points, you know? As for Lorne, she has a mind like a dwarven puzzle box.
A mind like a puzzle box. Was she a Vulcan?
For Lorne, logic is an art. She's clinical in her sensibilities, precise. Many of us have come to rely on magical inquiry to solve crimes. She relies on her wits and intuition instead. Of course, this case presents unique challenges.
Do you mean unique challenges?
Lorne and Soraville drifted apart shortly after they caught the original Ghost of the Green. It's a complicated matter, and not my story to tell. Suffice it to say, this case cuts deep, and Lorne seems distracted. I hope you can help her keep her wits.
Who are you exactly?
As I said, was the Chief Inquisitor for the Divine Prosecution's Hindalatus Wing, the division charged with solving doctrinal crimes. Forgive me, it's a mouthful for newcomers, I know. I retired here to Russefeld a few decades ago.
Still have you working. Even in the fantasy world, you can't escape the BS of retirement systems, so you're not actually in charge here.
Well, I own the land, so in some ways I have even greater authority than I did as Chief Inquisitor. I still enjoy a bit of clout, too. Real leadership doesn't rely on titles, Kerem. Not a popular opinion here in Somerset, but true nonetheless.
Before you retired, did you make a habit of deputizing total strangers?
Ha! Fair, I suppose. I may be retired, but I've spent the better part of 3 centuries examining crime scenes and interrogating criminals. When it comes to reading people, I am more than proficient.
You really think I'm the right person for the job?
Well, you're the right person for the job right now. Time and circumstances, my friend. Time and circumstances. I know you won't let us down.
How do you know that? You just met. Talk to you.
So you'll be joining us. Good. Call me Lorne. No need for flowery titles. We Altmer have too many names already. I'm glad you're here. Outsiders often make the best adminins. A fresh pair of eyes will be essential here. More essential than usual.
Why is that especially important now?
It's a long and depressing story. One I'm not keen to recount. For now, just know that whoever murdered Halimorian took great pains to make it look like the work of the Ghost of the Green. A killer that Soraville and I apprehended decades ago.
This murder reminds you of the Ghost of the Green.
The Ghost always left a signature to let us know it was him. He killed each victim with a single wood elf arrow to the heart, then laid a fern over the body. The fern is here, but the shot was sloppy, and the arrow is of high elven make. It's odd.
Maybe it's not him, but an imposter.
I need to examine the body in more detail. Can you do a sweep of the vineyard? If you find anything, blow this whistle. It also might be worth questioning people in town. They'll be more forthcoming with an outsider.
It really is too bad about Halimorian. I
Well,
told him
anyway.
he shouldn't be so free with his politics. It's a different climate now, after all. You have to watch what you say around people. On the upside, it's good to be rid of a rival vintner.
Oh, you're disgusting. Felonway. Nimway. Like an elvish name. He was a business rival? I guess that makes you a suspect in his murder.
Oh, darling, you're a bit late to the party if that's why you're here. I already submitted my statement to the revelators, and my alibi is thrice confirmed. To be honest, the only reason I'm still here is to find one of my servant girls.
One of your servant girls went missing.
Yes, a charming young wood elf named Farrell. I only recently brought her on. She used to work for the late Halimorian, but there was some kind of incident. I don't know the details.
Is that right? A wood elf, you say? Not suspicious at all. If she stopped working for Halimorian, why would she be here?
According to my other servant girl, she often came back here to visit the friends she left behind. She'd attend Bosma suppers, midday revels in the grape fields, that sort of thing. I encourage my girls to take time for themselves, within reason.
Sure. You're such a beneficent employer. If I see her, I'll let her know you were looking for her.
Aren't you a cherry blossom? That would be lovely. Take care, Karen.
Oops, excuse me. Burping. The hell?
Another body. Delightful.
Oh dear. Blood on her hands and blouse. But no slashing wounds. This doesn't fit the pattern. The ghost always kills with a bow. This was spur of the moment. Unexpected. Maybe she
Copycat.
fought back.
Why do you insist on puzzling these things over like in a femme? You know the death memory ritual. It's a simple...
Enough, Soraville. You know that's forbidden. Adminin, look around and see if you can find the source of this blood.
Vineyard. The entirety of Somerset. This is the vineyard on Somerset. They're all here. Pretty small. Suspicious. think so. They were killed with a sickle, not an arrow. Why the change up? Was it a fraud? Hey, Lorne.
You found something? So did I. It looks like Fariel was strangled, not stabbed. This blood must be the attacker's. A sickle? Blood on the blade. She must have used it to defend herself. Then the attacker hid it. This blood could be the key. I intend to, yes. I'm a fair hand at alchemy. You'd be surprised how useful it can be in my line of work. I've caught more killers with flasks and alembics than I have with any sword. My husband used to say Sorry.
Used to. He's dead.
I suppose it's past time I told you. The ghost murdered 17 people before we caught him. His last victim was my husband. Soravil's wife committed suicide when she heard the news. They were having an affair, you see. It was a difficult time.
Oh boy, that's kind of crazy. Well, at least now you two can be with each other. Kind of balance out the universe that way. Sorry.
It's fine, I just... Now you see why we needed a neutral party.
Guess they must have really been in love or
Let's
kill
get back
herself.
on task.
Especially now.
I'd like you to search Halimorian's villa. It's just southwest of here. He was unpopular. If we can find out why, we might be able to establish motive.
Thank you very much. Alright, let's go here. Theruval Tarnamir, I understand that you received a formal complaint from the Wood Elf community regarding my associations with one of their number, a handsome Wood Elf maid named Pharaoh. Please believe me when I say that this entire matter is a tragic misunderstanding, blown wildly out of proportion by their lack of education and inherent brutish biases. I assure you, I have treated the Wood Elves with all the respect they deserve, and I never laid a hand on Pharaoh. Oh, case of sexual assault. Huh? Even so, it is our burden to make our new guests feel as welcome as possible. Therefore, in order to address any lingering concerns, I have dismissed Pharaoh from her indenture. I sent her to one of my local competitors, another tenant of yours, I believe, with a ringing endorsement. I hear she has found comfortable employment there, and is quite pleased with this outcome. As an additional gesture of goodwill, I will be sending a gift to my new Wood Elf neighbors. As you well know, our labors rely on tight communal bonds of fraternity and love. I hope the steps I've taken will be sufficient. Harmoniously yours, Halimorion. HP. Surprising. Yeah. You're right there. I guess I don't have to go far.
Sorry, I don't mean to be checking up on you. I just think better when I walk. And the blood is still simmering in the alembic. It will be some time before I have the results. Did you find anything of use in Halimorian's villa?
I found this. Halimorian might have been abusing the Wood Elf workers. Pharaoh especially.
From what I hear, the accusations are almost certainly true. So, Halamorian was making unwanted advances. Of course.
Of course. Well, Quark did say what use that the employer has the right to exploit its worker.
The original Ghost murder spree started with a high elf farmer who took liberties with his Bosmer laborers. We never published the details of that investigation. It can't be a coincidence. This new Ghost must be someone in the know. Someone close.
Any ideas?
None that I'm keen to share, not yet anyway. For now, let's go with what we know. The Wood Elves have motive. Soraville went down to the cottage east of here to look around. Meet him there, and see if you can shake anything loose. I have to think.
Competitors to him, then. All the merry guard. Of course, that is she though.
I assure you, Chief, it would bring me no joy to unleash our revelators on your new home, but I'll have to unless you let us take a look around.
Fine, but just one of you, your partner. Do your work, then leave us in peace.
One, then. I'll be sure to report your compliance to the Divine Prosecution.
Like we have a choice in the matter. Come, join me for a meal. Meat's fresh enough.
Delightful.
Ooh. What does he do? Very dynamic interactions.
I suppose I'll stay here to break bread with the Chief while you have a look around. Not the way I wanted things to go, but we will simply have to adapt.
Mentioned your wife and her husband.
Did she? I must admit, I'm surprised. Lorne never talks about that ordeal. Certainly not with me, anyway.
Taramir. No, why do I keep calling him Taramir? Taramir said you two drifted apart after you caught the first ghost of the green.
My. Are you an adminin or a confessor? Taramir is quite right. After all that happened, we had a difficult time getting back into a routine. I tried to keep things professional, healthy, but she was just lost. She never fully recovered.
So what brought you back together?
Taramir. When the Ghost of the Green returned, Taramir naturally called on the two people best suited to catch him. It was awkward at first, but we'd managed. I suppose I have you to thank for that. In part, at least.
Do you still think about what happened?
Not regularly, no. We High Elves have acute memories, but I find that if you stay busy enough, you don't have time to reminisce. So much the better.
Clearly you're hurt. Clearly your wife hurt you. What exactly should I be looking for in the Bosmer house?
Anything at all that could link this clan, or one of its members, to the murders of Halamorian or Fariel. None of these Wood Elves held Halamorian in high regard. We just need to find out if that enmity led to murder.
Do you have any advice?
Operate under the assumption that the killer was here, or still could be. Question everything you see and hear, and look out for any overt or subtle references to the ghost of the green.
I want to mention that some aspects of this case remind her of Russian counter.
Ah, yes. I hadn't even thought of that. A corrupt high elf merchant and an abused wood elf girl. There are certainly similarities.
You don't find that suspicious?
I find everything suspicious. Whoever this killer is, they've obviously acquainted themselves with the ghost's history and methods. We kept most of those details secret, but unscrupulous revelators routinely sell those details to enthusiasts.
What do you make of all this?
Honestly, I think this is the work of a deranged and obsessive mind. One of these wood elves read about the ghost of the green, saw an opportunity for cultural glory, for immortality, and seized it.
Okay, we are
I wish
in
I
here.
was off adventuring.
Why aren't you then? No one's holding you back.
Who are you? Are you with the Divine Prosecution? My husband warned me you might come poking round.
Why do you think we were coming?
Halamorian hated us. He abused our children and tried to drive us off. Of course the High Elves would suspect us. And our son Kellan, he... Never mind, please just go. We don't want any trouble. We just want to live here in peace.
Are you sure there's nothing else you want to tell me?
Yes, I'm sure. Look, you're free to look around. Just try to... We're simple men, we don't have much. Halamorian may have been a cruel bigot, but none of us would ever murder him for it, I swear.
Thanks about those abused wood elves. Working for these high elves were your children? All of them? Yeah, breed more than the Altimer. Ooh. Examine Selen's journal. To oblivion with this place. When we left Groth Wood, Father said we would find fortune and blessings here in Summerset. Ha! All we found is stuck-up longlegs, shoving us around and treating us like dogs. We work in the vineyard for practically nothing. A scant handful of gold each. It's hardly enough to live on. We hunt, just as we did before, but these deer are skittish and lean. There's a hex on the beasts here. They give us a mouthful of meat and bones, too flimsy to make anything useful. The only thing that makes it bearable is Pharaoh. Yennefer, she's the most beautiful creature I've ever seen. She has white eyes, like butter chestnuts. A swan's neck and ears sharp as wolf's teeth. Let me put it down here in ink. I will marry that girl if I can earn her fancy. All this will be worth it. Damn that beast Halamorian. Farrell came to me in tears last night. She said that lecherous bastard grabbed her arse and damn near tried to force his forked tongue down her throat. Ugh. Mark me, I'll have that mongrel's head in my stew pot by year's end. Or cannibals, Osmer. You guys are not helping, not being bigoted against. I can't believe it. Zen must have heard my prayers. While I was out hunting, I came upon the ghost of the green. The real ghost of the green, not that imposter the high elves caught years ago. He gave me a set of leathers, a mask, a bow, and a quiver, and then told me to kill as he would. I can scarcely believe it, but it's true. I am the ghost of the green, and I will have my vengeance. Interesting. Who gave you that costume, though? Is that one of the police officers? Interesting, one of those police officers that were cheated upon. Maybe they wanted their glory days back. Or one of them wanted to connect back with the other. Either that or you're delusional and you gave it to yourself. I thought it would be satisfying to kill Halamorian. I thought it would heal Farrell's wounds and set things right, but now, God, I have such doubts. I looked down at him writhing there in the dirt and felt such a weight on my chest. I could hardly breathe. I never should have done this. What would my mother think if she found out? I need to think, to ask for forgiveness. Perhaps I can find it in the Red Temple. I'm going there now. same layout.
Bosmer cuisine is truly revolting. I bought us as much time as I could. I hope you found something useful.
I found this journal. Thelen definitely killed Halimorian. Looks like he fled to a nearby shrine.
A shrine? There's an old shrine to Ifre west of here, the Red Temple. But from what Tarnamir told me, people rarely visit. Filled with wild animals or some such. I only know of one entrance, a cave nearby. Follow me.
To this Red Temple. Right there. Okay, wasn't even that far. The cave.
We should split up. Don't want this little scamp slipping out behind us. I can handle this gap easily. You search the other hall.
Not much crap.
No, wait! I did everything you asked! I just can't anymore! I'm not a killer! I only wanted to protect Farrell!
We could have worked such terrible wonders together. Pathetic. You know, you're perfect. Tell Laura her past is hunting her present. Yes, tell her that.
What's happening?
You should
Am
have
I?
You should have been pierced by an arrow. Tell me everything you know quickly.
The ghost recruited me. Said he needed me. He gave me the costume. Told me to kill as he would. Halimorian hated us. Was going to kill us. I know it. After what he did to Farrell.
Farrell? Bosmer was murdered?
Farrell is dead. Oh, Divines. You've cursed me, haven't you? I only shot Halimorian, I swear it. Farrell was so kind. I wanted Halimorian to pay. I thought the Ghost of the Green was a hero.
fool.
I wanted people to see me that way.
Freaking fool. Tell me who the real ghost is, the one who recruited you.
Never saw his face. He never said his name. I didn't need to know. I'd read the stories. I believed in him, and he saw something in me. I never... Mother... I'm sorry.
I suspect it's Sorrowville, that's why he wanted to go separate ways from us. I just have a feeling, let's put it that way. Yep, it's you.
I was too slow. Damned Mer slipped right past me. Tall for a wood elf, and quick as a spooked hare. So, it really is the chief's son.
Not exactly. Selen is dead, killed by another ghost of the green.
Wait, what? What do you mean, another ghost of the green? The journal you showed me, did Kellan kill Halamorian or not?
I think it's you. I think you're the guilty party here. He killed Halamorian, but only after he was recruited by this other ghost of the green.
What about the wood elf girl, Fariel? Did he kill her too?
I don't know. I took the arrow that killed him as evidence. Maybe Lorne can learn something of it.
Yes. Show her the arrow immediately. Perhaps she can compare Kellan's blood to the blood on Fariel's sickle. At the very least, we'll be able to determine if Kellan killed Fariel. I'll be along as soon as I'm able.
Get out of here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can't zoom out anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Lady.
You're back. And not a moment too soon. Do you have something for me?
I would have caught Selen killed Halamorian, but a second ghost of the green shot and killed Selen.
A second ghost. I suspected as much. And he killed this Kellan with that arrow? Another high elf hunting arrow, like the one that killed Halamorian. Kellan had motive. This second ghost provided the costume, the weaponry. But why?
He told me to tell you that your past is hunting your present.
So, this isn't about Halamorian. It isn't about the Wood Elves or Altmer prejudiced. It's about me. It's always been about me. I knew it. I knew this was too convenient. I also knew the Mer who killed Fariel couldn't be this Kellan.
How?
I just finished experimenting on the blood from Fariel's sickle. It was Altmer blood. This second ghost isn't some wood elf zealot. He's a high elf like me. I moved the bodies to Tarnamir's manor. We should... Maybe we missed something.
Behind you. Tanamir's mana.
What? This place has been... What happened here? Oh no. No. Tarnamir? Tarnamir, are you here?
Oh,
Tarnamir?
shit.
No. I can't.
Tarnamir. Death Boy. No, what else? Servant.
You found something?
Illuvian.
This is a message. Everything in this room. It's all meant to tell us something.
Someone scratched the word.
What's that on the wall?
Someone scratched the word Illuvian into the wall.
Elevane is another name for the
Oh.
Healess Owl.
Elevate.
Elevanes lay their eggs and then
Elevane.
abandon them. We use that word to describe people who are cold-hearted or aloof. And then there's the bodies. Arranged to mimic Mara's cross. This is about love. Intimacy.
Bet she's your partner in crime. Well, partner in police, I guess.
Or more likely, someone I failed to love. There's only one suspect left. A Mer with means, motive, and deep understanding of the ghost of the green.
Soraville. I solved it way before.
No. It can't be. The ghost of the green ruined Soraville's life. Just as he ruined mine. If not for the ghost, Soraville's wife would likely still be alive. I have to know. I'm sorry for what you're about to see. Auriel, forgive me.
What are you about to do?
Stand back, and I'll show you. You already saw how Kellan died. Now, we'll see the others.
What's this? A tiny ghost of a green? Ha! Run along, well, before.
What have I done?
Kellan definitely killed Halamorian. Now, Faril.
Who are you?
I'm afraid you've seen too much. You poor thing.
Soraville was observing Kellan when Faril saw him.
What else?
She slashed him with her sickle before he overpowered her.
So it is you. Shame on you.
The shame is Lord's, old Mer. Now she'll have your death on her conscience too.
No, Soraville. This is you and you alone.
Give my regards to my loving wife and Lorne's degenerate husband. Lorne? I know you're watching, Lorne. Now that I've broken your spirit and you've broken your vow, come to the place where my wife is buried. There, I will break your body.
Oh boy.
I need some air. I'll be outside. How could he blame me for this? Is it not enough that I lost my husband? Damn him. His wife was buried here. This is where we'll find him. You're sticking by my side. Even after I use that death memory ritual. I appreciate that, admin. Truly. I suppose I told you how the ghost of the Green killed my husband. Sorville's wife, my husband's lover, was overcome with grief. I think she truly loved him. As soon as she heard the news, she climbed into the wash tub, opened her wrist, and died. Not for that, for what came after. Sorville wanted us to mend each other's wounds, perhaps even fall in love and make a life together. I just couldn't. I focused on the work and pushed him away. He grew detached, bitter. Now I need to stop him.
Indeed, men do get over women a lot quicker than women do of men.
Come, let's put an end to this.
Pursue Sorville. Let's go.
Sorville, I know you're here. What do you want from me?
Ghost of the Green's final victim. Time to die, admin.
Somerville. Is he... He is. It's done then, isn't it?
I'm afraid so.
I knew he wouldn't come quietly. In the end, I bear the blame.
Got a powerful ally helping me.
Killer.
Catherine.
Right beside me, and I didn't see it until more lives were lost. I'm glad you were here, Admin.
Thank you. Are you alright?
I will be. The arrow struck near my collarbone. Somerville was a gifted marksman. Maybe he couldn't see as well through the mask, or it was nerves. Or maybe he didn't really want me dead after all. Just one more question I'll never have answered.
Is there anything else I can do?
One more thing, if you're willing. I'm certain that Somerville never spoke to Kellan's parents, given that this was all his scheme to begin with. They lost their son, and they don't know why. It was you that avenged him. You should tell them that.
Sure.
I just need a moment here alone. Ironic that this came to a head in such a holy place. Maybe I can find some absolution here. Or at least some small measure of peace.
So Somerville did all this to hurt you.
He did. Perhaps I deserved it. But all those people, an innocent girl, a naive young Mer, a dear friend. They paid the price, while I still live. I don't know if I'll ever make peace with that.
You should, because Somerville was a madman. This wasn't your fault.
You're right, I suppose. I just wish I had been better. A better Jurisreeve, a better wife, a better friend. Maybe I could have prevented all this. I'm sorry. Thank you for your kind words. I will try to take them to heart. You have my word.
Goodbye. Katherinetw. Quest. It's actually kind of fun playing with another player, which is something I don't do usually. Katherinetw. Pretty cool person. Hopefully we get to see each other in the future.
He's my son. I deserve to know what's going on.
I don't. I am sorry. But the prosecution is still examining his body. We will release his remains to you as soon as we can.
You. I remember you. Please. You have to tell me what's going on. My son never came home. And now they tell me they won't even let me see him. What happened to my boy?
Sorry, sorry. You guys came here looking for opportunity and only found tragedy. We couldn't save Selen, but we brought his killer, the ghost of the green, to justice.
If for his mercy, how could you? Why didn't you save him? Damn this place. Damn the prosecution. Here, take this thing. I found it under Kellan's bed. I never want to see it again. I never want to see you again. God's help me.
Part of the Ferocity set. 2 items. That's 6, 11 crit. 6, 11 crit. Interesting.
A hard thing to witness. There are rarely any happy endings in this line of work. You just have to remember that things would be much worse had you not been here. That matters.
Daedric summoning to 13. Sweet. Thank you. Let's do that next. As we were originally planning next time. All right. Let us get out of here. Friendly individual. Okay, then. We'll continue with that quest next time.